Many times shops give me trouble orders to take care of with their customers. They get really hot, they get really upset, and they know that it could end up not so well. So they give it to me. And I just like to ask you, how many times do you think you need to call a customer to complete a delivery? Not saying anybody's right or wrong, but this is one of those cases where it's more important how you say something than what you're actually saying. So the customer called up to send flowers the day before and placed the order through the internet. When the agent got the order, they immediately tried to call the customer to explain to him that they were not going to be able to get delivery made by 12 o'clock to that zip code. Customer was okay with that. Call number one. Next day comes around, this shop calls people to confirm delivery for the day. In other words, we're coming out, will you be home? Nobody answered the attempted delivery. Driver now calls up and is kind of discombobulated, saying, you can't find the house, whereabouts could it be? He never told the lady he's got flowers for her till the end. And I'll come back to why that's important. So, after back and forth and what's going on, I can't find your house, why are you looking for my house? I gotta make a delivery to you. She doesn't know what's going on. This is a work-at-home mom that is by herself out in a remote area. So now she's on alarm. She's on alert. She's concerned, who is this person trying to find me? Then after they went back and forth a couple different times, it came out that he was with the flower shop delivering flowers. She's still not 100% sure. So she lets him know where she lives. She calls the sender. Did you send me flowers? Yes, I sent you flowers. All of a sudden, right? She's mad. He's coming back at her edgy, and he's mad because he wanted to surprise her, and she seems already mad at him. And the driver is just beside himself. Just the emotion levels are just going through the roof. So everyone's on edge. He gets to the house, makes a delivery. All is well, but not to the sender, who's her husband. He is furious. Calls the shop. How many times do you need to call to make a delivery? You called to tell me that, oh, this is another thing. You called to tell me you couldn't get it there by 12. I said keep the delivery fee as a tip. This guy was a decent guy, it seems like, from the very get-go. Then they're calling to confirm that they have a delivery, and then the driver's calling to confirm that he can't find the house. So the sender's thinking, my God, what am I doing with these people? Who have I contracted to deliver my flowers? Have you ever come across this? I mean, all the parties have done the right thing. I get it. No one's wrong about this. The problem is communication. I don't think we should be making all these phone calls to make a delivery. I never believed in that. Maybe in the morning, hey, this is Art Conforti. I'm calling from Beneva Flowers. We have a special delivery. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Who sent them? We don't have that information available at this point. We just know that we have a delivery to make. Take yourself out of the card message. Who sent it? Be just the dispatcher, just calling to make sure the person was going to be there. You are now 100% within your right to do that. The moment you tell them who sent it, and then if you go into the card message, it's even worse, you got a big problem on your hands. The customer has every right to be upset. So in this case, from what he told me, the agent was edgy and they were by the book. We called people, I'm sorry this happened, and that's why I made this other video about being I'm sorry that this happened. This is how we do things. Very a matter of fact. So when I got on the phone, says, oh boy, I get it. I understand. Practice. Just practice. Let the person vent. You don't need to win this battle. There's a war going on out there. Don't worry about it. It's one order, and it was 24 roses though. It's a good order. I would have been a little bit more concerned about it because 24 roses is a nice order. It's December 10th, right? We want those orders. So the customer now is upset, has a bad taste in his mouth. Agent followed the rules and did what they had to do and went with the That's why I don't like policies. I only like procedures. You see, a procedure allows you to come up with a way to get it done. Maybe you had to deliver and you don't normally go there. But to call the customer, nobody was at fault here. The girls were doing their job. He asked for a delivery before 12. She called to let him know. He was okay with that. He even said, keep the money as a tip. Nice guy. Until the wife got the call. And his wife got the call without an introduction. So what can we do to have a better outcome in the future? It's simple. Make sure everyone knows how to speak on the phone. At my store, we had a procedure for everything, even how to speak to people. We couldn't say, How can I help you? How may I assist you? I wrote you up for tone if you didn't do that. T-O-N-E. And believe me, once you get used to speaking that way, it goes really nice and smooth because you instill confidence in the sender. How may I assist you? You have to say that. When you call somebody, you must announce who you are and what company you're calling from. Whoever's watching this video is getting a great education and hopefully not at the cost this flower shop had to pay for it. You're learning this ahead of time. Introduce yourself. Explain, and this is the reason why. Because another driver, chances are most of your drivers are part-time. They're doing this in between other jobs. They don't know, who do I call, what do I say? Everything should be scripted. All managers should be doing this. If you make sure that one phone call is made to the customer, and if you can't make a delivery, call dispatch, call the store. Let us try to help you as much as we can before you have to call the client, the recipient. And then when you get there, profusely apologize for this situation that happened, not for the procedure that they have to follow. You see, to say, I'm sorry, but here's your flowers. Why are you saying you're sorry? You'll do it again if it happens again. But if you say you're sorry, address what broke, that won't break again. Then it's a genuine I'm sorry. I'll close with this one caption. So one time we sent our customer an autoresponder. Thank you for placing your order with our company, and here's your totals, and here's what it's going to, right? Normal procedure. His wife caught it, and although the flowers are going to her, the surprise was ruined. She was so mad at me. What are you doing? How can you send this? You ruined the surprise. We're never going to you again. And you should. She goes, did you ever learn how to say I'm sorry? Because I kept answering her and answering to her. Don't you know how to say you're sorry? And I said, ma'am, I'm not sorry for what happened. Because if I say I'm sorry and your husband orders again, the process is going to happen again. It's going to reoccur over and over again. So I'm not sorry. I have to explain to you that this is the policy. I am sorry that you're so upset and all this has happened. That's not what I intended. That's not what I intended. Think about it. Let me know what your thoughts are.